This is Katie Thiroux with DiscoverDoubleBass.com, and here's a short lesson on building your ears and building ear training. You may not think that you have a beautiful voice or professional voice, but that has nothing to do with playing music and making music. But what we all have is a brain, and for me, the brain is really the central, that's my main instrument. It doesn't matter if I learn to play trumpet, the technique is going to be different, right? But the same information that's in my head is going to come out. Or if I played saxophone or trombone. But thank goodness we all play the bass because it is the best instrument. So I want to help you train your ears. If you feel like you have a difficult time hearing music or hearing chord patterns, the first thing that really helps is sing something very simple, and see if you could play it on the bass. And I guarantee you can. It may take a couple tries. You can give yourself a key center. I'm going to do something in C. So I'm going to sing a couple notes. Da da da. So I'm going to try and play it. Okay. So I kind of thought about it first, and it was okay because I still had a split in my brain. Everything that you play from now on, I want you to sing at the exact moment that you're playing. So from now on, you're playing what you sing, not singing what you're playing. So it happens very, very quickly. And I know that's kind of like a rhetorical kind of statement, but rather than you playing something and then kind of processing it, process it here first, and it'll happen very fast. So da da da. Now if I sing it and play it at the same time, da da da, it makes it so much easier, because before I kind of had to think in my head, well, I think I was singing the sixth bass that was on. I heard this note. It's too much thinking. And especially as a bass player, when you're playing gigs and loads of chords are going by, you got to be able to think quickly. So I would definitely try this, sing a couple phrases. So it gets to the point where you can play exactly what you're singing at the same time. That was just some random mess there, but just to show you that it wasn't rehearsed or anything. And this really, really helps your ears. So you can do it first. I would start with yourself. Start with your own voice. Sing a phrase. Play it on the bass, but sing it and play it at the exact same time. And then that really helps when you're starting to transcribe music. You hear a solo transcription or a bass line, and then it becomes, you're taking away an extra step of kind of analyzing it, even harmonically or theoretically. You take away that one little step, and it becomes easier to put it onto the bass. And as bass players, another thing that will really help your ears, we have these 4 strings. And it's a huge reference point. It's a huge reference point in my life. I don't have perfect pitch at all. I have relative pitch. I'm pretty sure because of these 4 notes. So the next thing I want you to do is when you're listening to music and you're away from your instrument and you're listening, you go, wow, I wish I knew what key this song was in. And I'm not talking about songs that have like tons of changes or maybe are not in a key, but take, for example, just a blues. And you might hear a blues and you go, I just don't know what key that is. Start to listen for clues. Even I was listening to, I'm pretty sure Oscar Peterson plays Blues First Medley in E flat, I think. And I remember it's because I heard some open G strings. So it starts in E flat, it's E flat blues. And I remember listening to Ray Brown, and I kept hearing open strings. And so it kind of directed me to kind of hear that that's not quite a root, but it was the 3rd. And it led me to realize it was in the key of E flat. So really challenge yourself when you're listening to music, trying to figure out what key it is. Another thing you can do as a bass player to start building your ears is singing those integral parts of the chords that tell us what the chord is. So play the root on the bass. So take a C blues, for example. The first chord's C7. Can you sing the 3rd? Da. And can you sing the rest of the chord? So da, the flat 7, the defining parts of the chord. Or could you play the flat 7th and think about what the root is? Da. All these other things that may not seem important as a bass player, but you're playing all these notes, right? If you're playing a blues. So it totally helps your ears, and it honestly can't hurt at all. I hope you enjoyed this short lesson on ear training and just helping build your ears. If you'd like to learn more, go to discoverdouble bass.com or click the link below.